Good afternoon, good afternoon. Let me just wait to see who's going to be joining. Hi, Miss Rebel Jewel. Good to see you, Queen. Hi, Treat Your Fro. Nice to see you. I hope you ladies are well today. Hi, Black House Store. Lovely to see you. Oh, peace, sis. It's so funny to be live today because I haven't done a live in such a long time. Oh yeah, and of course Black House Store is the morning for you, so good morning. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Lip Scare. How are you? I hope you're all doing well today. And thank you for joining me on my live. Good morning, and it's morning for you too, of course. So I hope you're doing well. It's so lovely to see you ladies join with me. So thank you so much for taking your time out. I appreciate it. So I guess we'll get started. Oh, I'm good, thank you, Shanice. How are you doing? I hope you're well. So I guess we'll get started now. It looks a bit like midnight right now, but I've got my my trusty LED lights behind me, so it makes it a little bit more light. And apologies if you can hear noise in the background as well. Literally, there's some DIY stuff going above me, so just ignore any noise you might hear in the background. But so let's get started. Oh, so it's about 2 o'clock now here. So yes, afternoon time in the UK. First things first, I want to get started, and I want to just say thank you for joining. And literally I haven't done a live in maybe about a few months now, but I just wanted to do things where I'm like not doing too many lives, but really focusing on the content I put out there in my posts, so, and also in the groups that I'm a part of. Hi Angie Essentials, nice to see you join. But it's been really nice to kind of focus. Hi Essential, if I'm saying it right. Hi Seduction Spot, nice to see you on. Oh, hi Sabat, nice to see you too. So it's been nice to just mainly focus on most of the content that that I really wanted to get out, but I haven't been recording as many videos, and I'll go through that as we go along. But and thank you for everyone that's joined the live so far. So I just want to get into it. So I've been on my journey now for, I think it's been it'll be 2 years in December, so nearly 2 years, and it's so interesting some of the things that I've come across as I've been going through my journey. And it's just been mostly like, it hasn't just been about the hair growth, it hasn't just been about the products that I use, but it's been mainly that I've found is that my actual my life in general feels a bit different. I feel like another person, and when you go natural, it just feels like you're taking on a new lease of life kind of thing. So I really wanted to focus on the mindset and what we're really listening to at the moment, because even this week has been really interesting with some of the things that we hear about people not being happy with the texture of their hair or certain things that they project. So this week in particular has been really interesting. I don't know if a lot of you have heard. Oh, hi Maxwell Class, and hi Aaliyah. I just want to say hi to everyone that's joined. Hi Custom Creations. Happy Saturday to you too as well, Miss Seduction. So I wanted to firstly start off with things that we hear, and I know a lot of people, mainly at the moment, for me personally as well, I do follow a lot of celebrity, but at the moment, since going natural, I'm really mindful of the people that I'm actually following or listening to, because going natural isn't just about the whole aesthetic, it's about the mindset as well, and the information that we're taking is it positive or negative. So one thing I wanted to bring up is the whole thing. I don't know if any of you have seen about what's happening with the whole Nicki Minaj and the whole blackfishing debate, and the fact that for me personally, I just found that the whole thing was crazy, just to see that someone like Nicki Minaj will co-sign something that she can clearly see is wrong. And I thought to myself, I was like, when you look at these celebrities, you'll look on their pages and stuff, and you'll notice that nearly all of them do not show their own textured hair. And I just thought a lot of people do listen to her. A lot of people, she is a big influence. And the fact that she's kind of gaslighting someone that is... so I don't know if some of you would have seen the whole thing with her and Little Mix, and the fact that she's gotten involved in something that really doesn't have anything to do with her in the first place. But it's like, for me, it seems like she was kind of covering over the fact that for us as black people, especially as black women, we're more likely to be discriminated in the workplace. We're more likely to be sent home from school, or our children are more likely to be sent home from school just for wearing their natural hair, just for trying to be themselves. And I just thought, these are people that I do not entertain, I do not follow. But unfortunately, our young generation are following these people. And that's something where it's like, if you're listening to someone as powerful as she is, because I know a couple of weeks ago she was misinterpreted for the whole COVID tweets and stuff like that, then I was kind of like, oh my gosh, like, they're actually ganging up on Nicki, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they're ganging up on a black woman. But when you think about it, when you listen to her lyrics, listen back to her lyrics, even I've seen of this, Peace Queen, Higher Way of Life, thank you for joining. And so when you listen to her lyrics, then you'll notice that she actually raps about being far away from the black aesthetic. So for me, I was like, well, if I wasn't natural, then I'd still be listening to these kind of people actually hindering my journey, because I think that is normal, but it's not normal. It's something where we really do have to take on the responsibility and really think about what we're putting in our brain and what kind of celebrities we're listening to. Because it's like Nicki Minaj, when she was misinterpreted as an example on her tweets, then she said she was a black woman, she was being attacked as a black woman. So but the majority of the time, again, you will never see these celebrities with their own natural textured hair. And it's something that we still put the hair thing, we put racism and colorism, well, racism, not as much to racism to the forefront, if I'm making sense. Also, humility and a way life for agreeing with me. And then Miss Rebel Jewel says, yeah, she has had a couple of side eyes things. Exactly, the nappy head, those over there. And it's so true. She's been quoted as using the word nappy. So Jahir Boutique says it's not even just celebrities, but it's also individuals we associate with daily. And that's the point that I'm getting to, is that at the end of the day, we've got to break away from listening to these people that have these kind of they have an influence at the end of the day. And our children, even though I don't have children, our younger generation are listening to these people. They're looking up to these people. And it does start with us. It does start with the home. Charity starts at home. But you know, at the end of the day, we're watching these people on TV every single day. So Seduction Spot says, and they're raising sons and daughters in that is deep rooted. Yeah, I totally agree. Seduction Spot is so true. Thank you, Jules Zari, for joining. But you know, it's just so many things that we see on a daily basis where it's like our minds playing tricks on us to kind of brainwash us into thinking there's a problem with us when really there's not. And I always think of it this way, is that maybe I'm yammering on just a little bit, but the hair industry, we're spending billions on it. And it's like, I hope we can see the whole, not only the way we're being controlled in certain other parts of our lives, but the hair in particular, because, you know, even things like, I don't know if any of you have seen the hair edges tattoos, but we're being controlled and we don't even realize it. We're being so controlled. And I just wanted to go into, there's not only celebrities like Nicki Minaj is just an example because she's been in the news this week. But there's also other naturals, influencers, where they're not quite natural. And then they're actually kind of talking negatively about the most kinkiest hair type, and it's so disturbing. It's very worrying. So I just want to say hi to sock stripping, and it's all in the cards of Kathy. So there's so many influences online and on YouTube now, because YouTube is the thing. Oh, hi to I am Lisa, and hi to Derek. Nice to see you. But yeah, again, YouTube is such a big platform, and we're actually listening more to the people with the looser hair textures. Not that this platform isn't for every texture, but the main focus is the focus is to celebrate the textures that aren't as celebrated as much, the textures that are likely to be discriminated against. So I really had to, even when I started my oh, so M. Dirk says, I don't know how to wave back. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about that. You know, the way society runs is that we're still going through these issues where we're trying to legalize or put in a legislation that you can be how do you say, convicted, or however you call it. You can be there's consequences if you're shown this hair discrimination. So we've got things like the Crown Act, we've got in the US, so that's in the US, and slowly each state is actually you know, they're slowly it's going to become like illegal for you, or if you discriminate in the workplace, you can be prosecuted, which is fantastic. But they don't have enough of that in, say, places like here in the UK, or even maybe Europe. But we do have the Halo Code in the UK, which is predominantly catered to children that face hair discrimination. But again, it doesn't really cover as much people that are in the workplace that go through hair discrimination. Because it's like, as an example, well, I when I went natural, I remember this is before lockdown. It was January 2020. I went into work one day, and it was so funny because it was like I was so anxious about going in. I didn't know like how to. I didn't know how I would feel when I actually went into the office, and I was just anxious because I hadn't shown my hair in like I'm 35 now, so I hadn't shown my hair since I was a 19-year-old. So my hair had been covered in wigs or extensions since I was a 19-year-old. So me going into work, it was such a scary thing to do because I was just, and also I had my alopecia, so I didn't know what to do. So when I went into work, everybody is like, oh my gosh, like, your hair's up. I had like a band covering all the part that was missing because I had hair missing from here to here. So literally, I went in and it was such a strange day. It went better than I thought. And so basically, I'd sit at my desk and everybody's like, oh, you got your hair up today. I don't even think they noticed. And my hair was blow dried out, so it was like in a little poofy type thing. Oh yeah, I just want to point out, so Miss Maxwell class makes such a good point. She says, remember how everyone came for Beyonce over Blue Ivy's hair? That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like they came for her and said, why is her hair not done? Why are they letting her go out with hair out just like that? Now look at Blue Ivy's hair. Her hair's down to her back. And it's like, this is the thing that the celebrity culture promotes. I want to say hi to my twin, actually, Simcat D. Hi, twin. Mwah. Yeah, so again they said, oh, Blue Ivy's hair, why aren't they braiding it, why aren't they plaiting it? And then now look, her hair's just grown. Her hair so long, her hair's as long as what Beyonce's was when she was a kid. So hey Sim. So yeah, when I got to work I was so scared. I didn't know what everyone was gonna say to me. And then the funny thing is everybody is like, oh yeah, you got your hair up today. I don't even think they noticed that I wasn't wearing anything on my hair. It's just my natural hair. And one of the ladies that I work with, she actually came to me and she said, oh, you're looking a bit ethnic today. But this lady's Jamaican, just to make a point. But I was like, like, I didn't know what to say. I was just like gobsmacked and I couldn't believe it. And she actually wears straight weaves. So I was just like, oh my goodness, like, what do I say back to her? I was like, I said to her actually in my response, I said to her, well, me and you are both ethnic, right? And this is the thing, when you have things like the Halo Code or the Crown Act, or even though the Crown Act's in the US, you know, then it stops people thinking they can be discriminative against other hair textures. And it's all, I've had it from people that are, you know, from all different backgrounds, but it's so important that again for someone like that wears their hair in weaves all the time, that she was ready to see me as, oh yeah, you're looking a bit ethnic today. But hopefully things like that will change and we'll see the whole narrative change on how we look at natural hair, and that it's actually beneficial for us to actually stop wearing things on our hair that doesn't, you know, it doesn't warrant us, it doesn't benefit us financially, it doesn't benefit us aesthetically either. We're still going to be discriminated against regardless. So another thing also, Angie Essential says, never heard of halo legality. So this is called the Halo Code. So what it was founded by a group of, I think the children, I think the girls that founded it, they've actually not long come out of school or college. So they're very young. And the fact that they put this together because they were facing discrimination in their school against their hair, like whether they put it in braids or whether they wear it out naturally in an afro. And you know, their page is coming along, but I don't see them, not that they should post all the time, but I don't see as many posts up on their page as I do with the Crown Act. So, but they're working with the government, they're working in schools to actually help children try to stop this whole hair discrimination thing. Is such an amazing thing. So Simone says, oh wow, I love this. So Simone says, and hiding the beauty God gave us, amen to that. Oh yeah, I heard of them trying to get company. I'll get my company to sign up. Oh wow. So even things like that, I love that, because my sister Simone's doing amazing things of her workplace and trying to stamp out not only, you know, racism, but trying to actually push to get equality in roles and stuff like that. So I think that's fantastic, and especially when it comes to the hair, especially when it comes to us just being ourselves. A Way of Life says that's awesome. And it's all in the cards. And Kathy says SOS. So yeah, I think it's so important for us to really challenge the mindset, and the mindset is the most important thing. The mindset is the most important thing when you go natural, because I remember when I had a natural stint, and I didn't really last. I know Simone was with me on that journey as well, and literally I went natural for about maybe a couple of months, less than that. But I noticed that Simone says amen, sister girl. So I remember when I went natural, but my mindset wasn't right. You can't go, I don't think you can really go natural unless you understand the assignment, unless you really, really realize the impact and the control that it surrounds the whole thing. Like, it's $1 billion problem. It's $1 billion issue. And I mean that because it's like other countries are invested in our pain in that sense. No offense to them, but of course they're going to want to make money, but we need to be the ones to realize, you know what, we need to go natural. We don't need to put things on our head to look aesthetically pleasing, because in actual fact you actually look better with your natural hair. But that's something that comes with time, it comes with education, it comes with actually making that a normal in the home. Because if you think about it, maybe when you're growing up, or I know when I was growing up, or maybe me and Simone growing up, and our other sister and our brothers, we were taught things to cook, we were taught to clean. It was normal. We were taught how to cook traditional Caribbean food. We're Jamaican, so we were taught those things. So it was normal for us to see that. So again, it should be something in the home where we're teaching in the home, you know what, this is how you take care of your hair. Make it normal that wash days, you should be washing your hair every week. Then when you start programming your brain to be like, oh my gosh, you know what, it's actually normal for us to do this, then you'll feel more kind of, you know, you'll feel good about yourself. You'll feel good about wearing your natural hair. You won't have that fear of wearing your natural hair, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to read through the comments quickly. Simone says, and also support our hair journeys. Yes. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, it's so important that we really uplift those who go natural, even if their hair's really, really short. There's still hair. We don't have to kind of how do you say, fetish, if I'm saying it right. I can't get my tongue right on this, but fetishize long hair. You know, it can just be in this natural state. If people want a TWA, a teeny weeny afro, they can do that. If people want long hair, they can have long hair. We got to celebrate all lengths of hair because everyone started somewhere. So Angie says, so important to be ourselves, be natural since my 30s. Oh, that's so fantastic to hear. I'm so happy about that. And thank you, Heavenly Inspired, for joining. And Angie says self-care again. And then Jahir Boutique says, such an important point to teach about our hair from home. And it's true. All it takes is us to be like, oh, you know what? All I've got to do is set a day aside. And then I know a lot of people think, oh no, you know what? It takes too long to wash my hair. It doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be. All you have to do is shampoo your hair and deep condition it. And that is it. And then you're done. Oh yeah, of course, the detangling part is important. That's really important. But yeah, all you have to do is shampoo. You can even put a bit of detangler on your hair before you start. Then leave it for a couple of minutes. So I use the African Pride aloe and cucumber pre-poo. I put it on my hair. Sometimes I put it on the night before, like it will be tonight. Tomorrow's my wash day. I'll put it on tonight. And then what I'll do is I'll leave it to simmer. simmer. And then what I'll do is I will shampoo my hair. Sometimes I do a hot oil treatment, but not all the time, because if you don't want to do a long routine like I like to do, at the end of the day, people have things to do. They have families, they have children, they go take care of their children. So we want to make it as simple as possible, that you're literally just washing your hair and deep conditioning, deep conditioning, because the deep conditioning is the most important part, and the detangling and the deep conditioning is the most important part, and cleaning the scalp. So as long as your scalp is clean, as long as you deep condition, then you're fine. You're just cutting your routine, you're making it an hour. And we only really need, if you've got the tightest, coiliest hair, and that's something I'm going to go into. I need to do a post about hair types. But if you've got the tightest hair type, then you basically, you only really have to wash your hair once a week. So I know a lot of people with other hair types, with looser hair types, they tend to have to wash their hair a bit more, because their hair produces more what we call natural oils, the sebum. So we don't have to wash our hair. And it's weird because it actually goes in ethnicity as well. So I'll just make it simple. So if you're from a white background, you'll tend to need to wash your hair maybe about 3 times a week. But again, it's still important that you air dry your hair, less heat, and just leave it as it is. If you're from an Asian background, and it's so strange it does that. It does kind of differentiate from ethnicity to ethnicity. So with someone that's maybe from an Asian background, again, they produce more sebum. So again, they'd wash their hair maybe 2-3 times, air dry their hair, no heat, nothing like that. They don't really need the oils. Neither do we, to be honest. They don't really need any oils. They can just wash their hair and just, leave it as that, because the oil travels down their hair shaft. Oh, thank you, Key Bass. I can't pronounce it, sorry. Yeah, I hope you have a good afternoon as well. Thank you for joining. Also, Dorrick made a good point. She says, I wash mine every day. Exactly. So, and it also depends on your lifestyle. So if you're going to the gym, if you're working out, and then you have a hair type where you need to wash your hair 3 times a week, then yeah, you're going to need to wash your hair every day. So when we come to the culture of the black culture, then we need, sorry, I haven't gone over biracial. So biracial depends on what hair type you have. Some biracial people have like looser curls, and some have the tightest curls, but they can either do two times a week or at least once a week. I've spoken to so many people, and they actually wash their hair once a week as well. Or some people actually wash their hair once a month, but that's something that I don't really like to promote. It's not hair hygiene at all, but each to their own. Everyone does their own thing and what works for them and their hair. But I think it's important, especially the way we've been. I personally, the hairdressers that I used to follow, when they'd say, "Oh yeah, you don't need to wash your hair till next month." That's a whole lot of build up on the scalp. So generally with black ethnicity, then we need to wash our hair at least once a week. And it's like that's something that I'm not taking. Miss Rebel Jules says, I don't need your judgment, Sophie. No judgment here. But yeah, everyone does what works for their hair, but it's so important to build up. You know why? Because our scalp loves it. Our scalp thrives on clean hair. It's like a garden. Like, you wouldn't leave your garden with weeds in it, like, or not watering your garden, right? You'd take that out. You'd take the weeds out. You'd water the garden, because you know it can only thrive on clean turf. So it's like, that's what I really compare it to all the time, like just what we practice in general. And I think when we put those kind of practices in place and what we actually do in our hair routine, then our mindset, it all intertwines together. It's almost like holistic health, like whether you're focusing on your body health or going to the gym. Like, you're not going to see results if in other aspects, if you we know this, if you don't go to the gym but you want abs or something, I don't know, just as an example, you're not going to get it because you're not going to the gym. So Jahir Boutique says, have to wash mine twice a week. Yeah, on a Wednesday for my co-wash and Sunday for my regular wash day. And hot oil treatments. Yeah, I love that. So that's something that I do too. I do wash my hair on a Wednesday, on a Sunday, and then I do my hot oil treatment. And Simone says, true. And it's so true, it's so nice, and it's something that we were taught that, oh my gosh, if you wash your hair, what are you doing washing your hair like more than once in a month? Like, it's just interesting. But I think as the time goes along, as the generations go along, then we will see a change in how we view natural hair. We will see that change in our young generation being comfortable with wearing their hair, because I do see some crazy stuff online. I just want to say hi to Leah Abraham as well, who's just joined. But I see so many crazy things online with people promoting perming children's hair and things like that. And just want to step away from that kind of mindset that, you know what, your hair isn't too hard to take care of. Crafts Inspiration says, oh, it really is. And hi, gorgeous. Hi, Leah. How are you doing? Yes, so important that we fixed our mindset, because I think the mindset was the most important thing when I went natural personally. And I know everyone starts off and they have to go through through their own journey as well. So it's not as easy as me to say, oh, you know, everyone should do this and do that. No, it's got to be on your own time, and you know, it's got to be when you feel comfortable to do it. But what I would say is, don't leave it until it's, you know, until you're getting So Simone says, oh, so Miss Rebel Jules says, these ladies are all hair goals, crown and beauty. Oh, your hair goals too. And Sim says, all wigs on children and hair. Woo! So, yeah, there was a video. I did a recent post, actually, on one of the ones that I'd seen. Oh, so Trish washes her daughter's hair every Saturday. That's so fabulous. And plaits, yeah. So I agree with what Simone's saying. So basically, recently on YouTube, and I don't know if it's just for clout, I don't know what it is. Leah Abraham said, absolutely, a change of mindset is necessary, and it really is. I agree. So I don't know if it's been a thing of people just doing it to do videos, but I'm just like, I can't, my eyes cannot. Sometimes I'm like side-eyeing these videos, because basically what so Miss Rebel Jules says, triggered as soon as I see kids looking like mini adults, I'm annoyed. Exactly. So recently, more than ever, I've seen parents, no offense to them, at the end of the day, it's like, I can't talk from their positioning, but why do children need wigs? Why do children need perms? Why do children need braids on their hair? Let their hair breathe. And I do get asked by some parents, some mothers as well, Sophie, what do I do with my child's hair? And I do see on their pages that they do put braids, or they do perm their children's hair. And then I'm always like, well, let your child's hair flourish first and foremost, because when you're putting all these things on their hair, not only one is it bad for their hair, it'll cause them alopecia, and they're not actually giving consent to this. And we have to remember this, that these are children. They don't consent to it. When you're an adult, it's a bit different, but you're giving your child alopecia at a young age, and what's going to happen? The hair's not going to grow ever, because the follicles will permanently be damaged. So anytime when somebody says to me, oh, what do I do with my child's hair? I just say, leave it to grow. Let the hair grow, because sometimes even babies, I notice, they don't have much hair on their head, or their hair will grow in little patches. It doesn't matter where they're from. Their hair will just not grow until they, I don't know, hit 1-2 years old. So it's like, that's nothing to be alarmed about. And then we're getting into this thing that, oh, my child's hair is difficult to do. I'm just going to put braids in it. Well, no, it's still going to cause alopecia. It's still going to rip out the hair. It's still going to put tension on the scalp, and it's something again that sometimes when I see this, I'm like, oh my goodness, like what am I watching? Why are we making this normal? And then we're not making normal, like, if someone just leaves their hair out to do what it needs to do. Like, I don't know if you remember, you guys, you ladies and gents, remember when there was that H&M campaign with the young girl who just had her hair up, very short hair, but her hair would have been long in terms, but it was in its normal state. And this was about a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Her hair was in a natural state, and people were complaining, saying, oh, the mother should have done her hair. Her hair looks fine to me. It's like, that is her natural hair. And it's like, maybe she was playing around that day, but her hair was up in a little hair band. That was it. They didn't touch it, do anything with her hair, and her hair's gonna grow. And something where it's like, our hair doesn't need to be slicked back with gel. It doesn't need to be, damaged beyond be on the point where you can't do anything about it when you get to adulthood, and then you'll be going to a trichologist, then you'll be going to these people and spending thousands of pounds to actually treat something that cannot be treated. So I'm just going to go through the comments again. And so Trisha says kids should be plaits, bubbles, clips. I'm old school. Yeah, I'm old school with you. M Dark says I hate parents putting weave on kids' hair. I'm sorry, I agree with you. And then kids with afros and natural hair are the cutest, and I agree with you there. They're so cute. I don't know if you've seen the little girl, and they're like, oh, I love your hair, and she's like, thank you, it's an afro. I love that. That's the cutest video I've seen. So then Sabat says most of what we do is behavior passed down from family. Yeah, I agree with that to an extent, but when you think about it, maybe the part of maybe the getting the hair done, but not the part with the wigs. Where the wigs is so new generation, and especially with these, and I think that's something again, when I explained earlier, it's coming from the celebrity cultures, because how would we know to wear colourful wigs down the road? We're wearing colourful wigs just to go round to Tesco's. Craft says beads look so cute on their hair too. Hi FM Fragrances by Lorraine says, yes, I always style my daughter's hair in plaits and twists. That sounds perfect. And Sim says they won't learn to love their hair they won't learn to love their hair and themselves. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. When we, encourage that kind of thing, that kind of behaviour, then we're actually teaching them not to love their hair. So Sabat says, I want some beads. Yeah, I see that's all the rage now. A lot of people are putting beads on the bottom of their braids. So Kraft says it's so sad forcing the children to feel grown up before their time, and I agree with that. And then A Way of Life is laughing. Jahir Boutique says absolutely gotten on my nerves. Seeing kids in weaves and all of that. Children don't even like having their hair messed with. I have a son, he gets washed and decondition, then puts in a protective twist. That's so good. That sounds really, really amazing. But yeah, thank you so much for the amazing comments. Miss Rebel Jewel says I love her. She's the cutest little girl. And it's so true, when we kind of put that first and foremost. And this is another thing that I just wanted to point out before I get to the last segment of the live, is that again, when we actually encourage cancel culture or cancel products, things like there's no point cancelling something when we haven't even mastered the art of going natural. So it's like we need to do one step at a time. It's like when we master going natural, then we can cancel those products out, because we need to learn the routine itself. And I am seeing amazing things, like it's not all negative, but the negative have got to be stamped out. That's all I can say personally. So Miss Rebel Jewel says, this it ain't the way. I cuss when I have to twist my son's locks. I'm lazy for her. Oh, I love your son's locks. They're so good. Like I think again, this is another thing. It's like locks is such an art form. Like that's, when you can do that. Oh my goodness. Miss Rebel Jewel, you're like your own loctician. And Simone's agreeing with me. So, the next thing that I want to go over, and I think that's it actually. I think it was mainly to come on and really talk about the mindset in general, and what we're listening to, what we're projecting out there. So important. So Leah says, Sophie, I absolutely appreciate your encouraging natural hair. Oh, thank you so much, Leah. And I want to say hi to Solo Flair Boutique as well. Thank you for joining me. And it's so nice that all of you join me on a Saturday. I know there's lots of things to do on this very day. So thank you so much. So I'm going to get into it now. So I did a giveaway, and that was something where I was like, oh, you know what? I personally, I don't like entering in giveaways. I don't know why. I think because I feel like I want to purchase something rather than doing a giveaway, rather than taking a giveaway, if that makes sense. I'm just a bit strange like that, but I was like, oh, I want to do one myself actually. Why don't I do one? So the person that actually won the giveaway was Miss Seduction. So I just want to say congratulations to her. And if you're Seduction, if you're on the live, if you want to join me quickly, then please let me know. And please, if you want to send me, or I'll try and send you a request actually. How am I just putting people on the spot like this? So let me send Seduction a request. I'll send her an invite. Join me quickly, but I'm really, you know, as soon as I'm going to reveal the answers actually. So the first question was, which product do I feature mainly on my Instagram and YouTube channel? So the first answer is the Derma roller. So the Derma roller, I've been using that for, yay! Hi, Miss Seduction. Hello.
Hey.
Wow, your hair looking glamorous. Oh, I love it. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And congratulations so much on the giveaway win. Because it's like, when I did this, I was like, oh, well, I have to give out more clues, but you got it straight away. So thank you so much for that. And I just appreciate your continued support on my channel as well. And, you know, just your positivity and your upliftment. So thank you so much. So I know I'm going to be getting everything out to you, but no, I just want to thank you for everything. And it's like, me and you, we have had our odd discussion about the hair care in general, right? So what would you say is your kind of favorite go-to? What products would you recommend everyone to that? Because your hair's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So what kind of products do you use that you want to, I know the products that you told me about, but just tell us what you use and what you would recommend.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I just want to say that, you know, I appreciate you so much for just sharing the tips and experience. Like, it's a lot of dedication. You know, it takes a lot of patience, you know, growing your hair, how the hair journey, being so open and honest. You know, I do definitely appreciate you. And I'm sure there's people that appreciate you sharing all the information as well. Usually it's Shea Moisture products that I use. That's only been over the last couple of years, really. So I've been natural all my life. If it was down to my mum, I probably wouldn't be, because she used to make out my hair was difficult to manage. But it was my dad, really, as a rasta. You know, he used to have locks. The men in my family always sort of advocates for leave your hair natural. Even with the boys, they never used to cut their hair like from young. They'd get to like maybe 7, 8, and then they'll start cutting their hair. I used to use a lot of grease, so like Blue Magic, different sort of products like that, and all the bubbles and the clips. So I'm reading people's comments there. I suffer from headaches after a while because the tension with how heavy my hair felt, it felt a lot for me. So when I got to about, you know, 16 to 18, because of how my mom and my nan made me feel about my hair, I wanted it longer, I wanted to cut it, I just wanted it different, you know what I mean? Because I felt like my hair was a problem. But then the more I started to take care of my hair and, you know, use the certain products that I was using, I learned to love it. I really learned to love my hair and just continue with, you know, having a routine. A routine is very important. Writing down when I'm going to wash my hair, Air drying, as you mentioned as well. I don't use, like, I'm lazy with my hair, you know. I like to just do the most simplest thing and get on with my
Mm.
day. Like you said, it takes a day sometimes to wash your hair, let it air dry. So I would have to plan. If I'm going out on Saturday, I'd have to think in the week when I'm going to wash my hair. And, you know, it takes a lot of planning and it takes a lot of patience. But the Shea Moisture products are definitely products that have worked for me. So I use the shampoo. They've got their own conditioner now in the range that I use, which has the black castor oil, Jamaican
Okay.
black castor apple cider, and then the
Mm.
leave-in conditioner. So those are the
Wow.
products that I use. And then sometimes I might use a hair growth oil, but that's just dependent. Otherwise, I use like a wheat germ oil. And I don't fuss my hair. I hardly comb it. I have a sandalwood comb here that I've used. And this is from
Oh,
Big Nanny's hair products. I don't know if you've
oh, big
heard of that.
nannies. I've done
But
lives with them. Yeah.
it's a plastic,
I love
plastic
them.
comb. The wooden comb, I feel like it's so much more gentler on my scalp, but I don't like combing my hair. So most of the time it's finger combing. But after I've washed my hair, I usually use that comb and I'll either twist it or braid it, put my little scarf on or bonnet, and that's me for the week until I need to retwist it or wash it again because I just haven't.
Yeah, and you've just found like, you know, being having that routine has worked for you, and I can see your like how healthy your hair is and how thick it is, how beautiful it is, and I love that. And I love the encouragement of the wooden combs as well, because it's true, it doesn't rip on the hair like plastic does. And also because it's like, I know it's encouraged with the finger detangling, but there's only so long much finger detangling can actually detangle the hair. So I'm definitely encourage the like what you got, Big Nanny's comb. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal. And would you find as well the whole so because you've always been natural anyway, did you find that it was a do you think personally that being natural is a mindset thing as well?
Yeah, I think it's holistically. So, you know, your mind and even what you eat. Like, I drink a lot of water, I eat a lot of greens. Your whole diet changes. I know that if I was to snack out and eat a lot of junk food, you're noticing your hair growth. You're
Mm.
definitely noticing your hair growth. It's important just to use your senses around, you know, your upkeeping of your hygiene. I don't know how else to put it, but it's definitely important. Yeah, just to maintain a healthy mindset, read, research, you know, listen to other people's experiences. Because I follow a lot of YouTubers as well, like yourself, that do the whole health journey. And you notice people in the Caribbean or in a hotter country, their hair seems to benefit a lot more. I always say to people,
Mm.
the protective hairstyles, I have to do them because this climate's not made for my type of hair. Like, I feel when it gets to this time of the year, I feel like my hair starts to break. I'm literally like snipping the ends on a more
Mm.
frequent basis. I'm having to drink a lot more water, oiling my hair. So yeah, it's important that you don't just take it for granted and think maybe I can use the same
Mm.
routine throughout the whole year. For me, it changes,
Mm.
and that's why I keep a diary and journal so I know the difference
No.
between the seasons.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And what is your, just one more question. What is your because I know again, this is something where I used to be like told by the hairdresser, oh, protective hairstyle is a wig or it is a weave or even braids. I'm not coming for braids, but I'm just saying, what is your protective hairstyle?
So see, that used to be me with the whole wig thing. I used to leave out the front of my hair and like just get
Ah,
something that would with my hair. But then I was like, no,
mm,
I'm not, you know, it used to keep me warm through the winter, I'm not gonna lie. But
yeah.
no, now I'd literally moisturize my hair and I have it on in twists. So you know, like you can part your hair into little squares, do the little box braids and twists and have your hair up moisturized. We've got bands now. There's a lot of businesses that I know are doing like, you know, ethnic hairstyle for hair bands that you can put your hair up in a twist and like just protect the front of your hair. There's hats that you can wear. There's different things that you can wear for, you know, protective to protect your hair throughout these seasons, but it's usually like twists and braids. But with my
Okay.
natural adding anything else to it. Because that used to be my thing. I just don't have the patience anymore.
Oh, I love that. So you're the ultimate natural. I love it. I love it, and it does make a difference because it's like I can imagine it's something where you're not only like kind of being your authentic self, but also you're actually, I mean, it's the money side of it as well. So I can imagine like not having that ridiculous panic or cost of having to put something into your hair. So, and your hair obviously is thriving for doing that too. So I just love it.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
so I
you.
just, yeah, so I want to just wish you congratulations again. And if you stay with me, I'm going to announce our second winner. So what I wanted to do was I was like, oh, I wanted because you were the first to get it right, and then I had another couple of answers, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I said that, you know what, I'm going to have a second prize, but
Yeah.
I'm actually having three because there were two ladies that answered the same answer but on the same day, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've got to actually give them the prizes. So I know I did get a really good answers as well, but these two were spot on. So what I'll do is I'll go through the answers so it makes sense. So the first question was which main product do I feature on my YouTube channel, and that was the Derma roller. So as you know, Sophie, as well, you know I use the Derma roller, and I use that to rid my alopecia.
Yeah.
So the second question, which I know a lot of people found hard, but that was something, again, you guessed it straight away. So it was what actual hair care routine do I practice on my page? And the answer to that was Ayruveda. So you got that right. So that was the second answer. So the Ayruveda, that was something I took inspiration from a lady named Curly Proverbs, Farida. She is just like, she didn't invent it, of course, but she actually made it more popular in the curly community, and then now people in with different hair types use it, and it's just, you know, come on leaps and bounds. And then the third answer is how many videos I've recorded on my channel. So I've recorded 60. So I recently actually did a post about doing my 60th video, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the time's gone. Like, so those were the answers, and you got them all right. So the two ladies I want to congratulate again on their win is Leah Abraham and Miss Maxwell Class. So those are the two ladies that I'm so grateful to, all three of you, for, you know, really encouraging me on my journey and encouraging my channel as well, and just thankful to you all for everything. So congratulations to you all on your win, and I'm gonna actually DM Leah and Miss Maxwell, and actually ask them for their details. So yeah, thank you so much. So thank you so much, Sophia, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, and thank you for inspiring us with your, you know, with your journey in general. So amazing, and that's something that I look up to as well. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so this live, thank you so much everyone for joining us today, and yeah, we're definitely gonna be doing, oh, thank you so much to Miss Seduction again. So we're actually going to be, or I'm actually going to be doing another live in a few weeks' time. I'm actually going to be doing more lives than I am the pre-recorded, because I have got a few videos out there. I thought to myself, I wonder what content I can put out there. I do have a list of things that I can put out there, but I thought maybe I'll stick to doing the lives for now, because it's more interactive, and it's just you know, really nice to actually do. So it's just so much fun. I do enjoy the lives. I enjoy both, but it's not as much pressure. as doing the recorded ones, because you have to edit and make sure everything flows well. So I will get back to the more recorded stuff, and I do want to touch on more topics of when it comes to hair care practice. And also I didn't want to put out too much content when it comes to the hair growth, because that's something that it takes so much time. It does take like a long time, like I'd say even 3 to 5 years to see your hair get to optimal health. So I'm gonna try and put all different kinds of contents, and yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. So I want to say well done, congratulations again to Leah and to Miss Maxwell, and I want to say thank you as well to everyone that's supporting my channel along the way. And I just want to shout out 3 channels that I've really been enjoying as well, when it comes to the actual mindset as well, the mindset, and not only the mindset but the hair routine as well. So the first one is Miss Rebel Jewel, because Miss Rebel Jewel, she's just so amazing. I love everything that she puts out there, especially when it comes to actually children, again, loving their own hair, learning their own hair, because she actually does magnets, affirmation magnets. And I know Miss Seduction, they collaborated together to actually put out these amazing magnets. And also Glow Kinks is one. Glow Kinks, she does like phenomenal posts. Like she literally, and what I'll do is I'll tag it all into my post as well. She actually does these routines where she does amazing styles, natural hairstyles, where you don't have to put a blow dryer in your hair. You can just style it up no matter what length you have. And she's gone through her journey. It's just incredible. Obviously I want to shout out my twin pie as well. My twins. But thank you so much for supporting me. And the last person I want to shout out as well is Fine Texture Glow. So Fine Texture Glow, they actually shout out other pages, which I really love, and they're just so positive as well. And they're, again, I'm gonna tag them in, and they're just such great ones to follow. So I think over the next few lives, what I'm gonna do is to do my part as well. I'm gonna like just tag in different natural hair pages that are so good to follow, that I personally get inspiration from. And sometimes even some of them I actually get hairstyling inspiration as well as routine inspiration. So I definitely want to be the change I want to see, you know. So I just want to thank you all again, and I just want to read the comments back again, and just say yes, all the congratulations again to Miss Seduction, to Leah, and to Miss Maxwell. And then A Way of Life says, looking forward to seeing what's to come. Oh, Leah says, thank you. That's no problem. You're welcome. Thank you so much for always encouraging my page as well. And then Miss Rebel Jewel says, bless you, Sophie. Thank you for all the info. Thank you too. Leah says, love what you're doing, Sophie. We're all here supporting your journey. Thank you too. And I love what you do too. You're always encouraging people, you know, on the mental health side is so amazing. That's important about their hair journey too. And then Trisha says, and Sabat says, love you all and well done, ladies. Simone says, yes, yes. And yeah, no, just loads of congratulations. And Sim says, twin pie. So I'm going to end the live at that. And I just want to thank you all again for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully soon. Stay blessed. Take care.